Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial of the machine learning, and in this tutorial we will see what is encoding and why we need it in our machine learning model. So in machine learning our model will predict the data by taking the input data, but that data must be in the numerical form. Machine learning model cannot read the categorical data, so we have to convert our categorical data into the numerical data by encoding. So let's see what is encoding. Suppose we have a gender column, right? So there are two main categories in the gender column. The first one is male and the second one is female. So when we apply encoding on this column, so it will create the two new columns. The first one is gender male and the second one will be gender female. So we will create here two other columns, gender male and gender female. So it will encode the gender column into the two different columns, gender male and gender female. It will completely read the gender column, and when it comes male, then in it write 1 in gender male and 0 in gender female. Similarly, it will read all the columns, and where comes female, then it will write 0 in gender male column and 1 in gender female column. So this is encoding. So now move to the Jupyter notebook and see how we can encode our categorical data into the numerical data practically. So first of all, we have imported our libraries. The first one is pandas, then seaborn, and then matplotlib. Then we are looking our dataset, that is loan.csv, and then we are looking at the first three rows and all the columns of our dataset. So now we are checking how many missing values are present in each column of our data set. So there are 13 missing values in gender column. So now we also need to see what is the data type of all the columns or in the data set. So we have to write dataset dot info. So you can see how many columns are categorical, how many columns are int data type, and how many columns are float data type. So you can see that gender is object data type. So our machine learning model will not read this column, and we have to encode this data into the numerical data. So for encoding we have to import one hot encoder from the sklearn library. So from sklearn dot preprocessing import one hot encoder. So this is the class. So now we have to make the object of this class. So we will create OHE is equals to the one hot encoder, and then now we have to fit and transform the column that we need to encode. So we want to encode the gender column of the dataset. So we will write OHE dot fit underscore transform dataset and gender. So it will create our a matrix. So we need to convert this data type into the array format. So we have to write dot to array. So now it is converted into the array format, but we want to see this whole data into a data frame format. So we will convert this data into a data frame. So we will write new dataset is equals to pd dot data frame, and we will write this whole command in the data frame. So control V. So now we will write this command, and we will check our new dataset dot head and first 10 rows. So you can see that our main data is now converted into the two different. So we will write here, we can also give the names of the columns. So I will write columns, and name of the columns will be, the first one is gender, and then uh, gender male, and then gender female. So here you can see our data is now encoded. So this is the method how you can encode your categorical data into the numerical data, so that our machine learning model will read that data and predict the original and the exact values according to the data. So thank you so much guys for watching this video, and I will see you next time.